Hello everyone, myself Dr. Kavita Sharkar, Associate Professor of Department of Mathematics, Swami Vivekananda Institute of Science and Technology, Kolkata 145. In the last video, Probability Lecture 2, I have taught axioms of probability, important theorems on probability, Venn diagram, examples and problems. Those who have not watched the last video, they must watch because the prerequisite knowledge is necessary to understand today's topics. Today in Probability Lecture 3, I am going to discuss about independent events, conditional probability, Bayes theorem, examples and problems. What are independent events? If the events A and B are not disjoint, that is A intersection B not equals to phi, where phi is an impossible event, in that case probability of A intersection B equals to probability of A into probability of B, then A and B are called independent events. Here in the diagram, you see A intersection B not equals to phi, they have the common element x2. And if they satisfy this relation, then they will be called independent events. Here is a problem. If A and B are independent events, then show that the following pairs are independent. The pairs you can understand in the diagrams given. Number 1, A complement and B complement, diagram 3. Number 2, A and B complement, diagram 1. Number 3, A complement and B, diagram 2. This question has appeared several times in the markout exam. Let us solve the question. Since A and B are independent, they satisfy the relation probability of A intersection B equals to probability of A into probability of B. To solve question number 1, let us take De Morgan's law and apply one theorem from slide number 6 of probability lecture 2 video, and then apply total probability theorem, and from this step you will get probability of A complement into probability of B complement. So look, probability of A complement intersection B complement equal probability of A complement into probability of B complement, which is actually similar to the definition of the independent events. Hence A complement and B complement are independent. To solve question number 2, let us take the theorem 5 of slide number 6 of probability of lecture 2 video, and from there, from the second term, you will get probability of A minus probability of A intersection B. So here if you take probability of A common, then you will have 1 minus probability of B, which is equals to probability of B complement. Again, they satisfy the same kind of relation of independent events, therefore A and B complement are independent. Similarly, if you take B instead of A in the theorem 5, you will have question number 3 to show that A complement and B are independent. Next is conditional probability. Let A and B be two events such that probability of A greater than 0. Probability of B given that A has occurred is called the conditional probability, and that is equal probability of A intersection B divided by probability of A. Here you should remember that A intersection B satisfies the commutative property with B intersection A. If we do the cross multiplication, you will have probability of A intersection B equals to probability of A into probability of B, given that A has occurred. So look here in the diagram, here you have to find probability of B given that C has occurred. According to the conditional probability definition, probability of B intersection C is 13 given, and divided by probability of C, that is 13 plus 14, 27. Required probability is 13 by 27. Now in the diagram, second diagram, data are given, so you have to find the conditional probability like the number 1 diagram. Do it yourself. Next question, if A and B are events with probability of A 3 by 8, probability of B 5 by 8, probability of A union B equals to 3 by 4, you have to find probability of B given that A occurred and probability of A given that B occurred. Another question is that are A and B independent? Okay, this question has appeared 2 times in the markout exam. Taking the relation probability of A union B equals to 3 by 4, which is given in the question, and applying the total probability theorem, we will find probability of A intersection B. Now let us find the conditional probabilities using the definition of the conditional probability. And to show that A and B are independent, we have to show this relation. So look, probability of A intersection B is 1 by 4 and probability of A and probability of B, multiplying them, we are getting 15 by 64, which is not equals to 1 by 4. Therefore, they do not satisfy the definition of independent events. Therefore, A and B are not independent events. Here is another problem. A and B are 2 events such that probability of A union B equals to 7 by 8, probability of A intersection B equals to 1 by 4 and probability of A complement is 5 by 8. Find the conditional probability of A on the hypothesis that B does not occur. This question has appeared in the markout 2003. Let us try to understand what is the meaning of B does not occur, that is B complement. So the probability of A on the hypothesis that B does not occur means we have to find probability of A given that B complement has occurred. Now it is given in the question that probability of A complement is 5 by 8. Taking that and applying the theorem number 3 in the slide 6 probability lecture 2 video, we are finding probability of A as 3 by 8. Again in the question it has been given that probability of A union B equals to 7 by 8. Applying the total probability theorem, we are finding probability of B as 3 by 4. Now using the definition of conditional probability, let us find probability of A given that B complement occurred as probability of A intersection B complement divided by probability of B complement. Probability of B complement is 1 minus probability of B and put the value and get 1 by 4. In the numerator, probability of A intersection B complement is probability of A intersection S minus B. Instead of B complement, we have written S minus B. Why? Because you can subtract B from the sample space S to get B complement. Now, you do this calculation, probability of A intersection S minus A intersection B, and you will get this according to a theorem we have done in the probability lecture 2 video. You may notice there. Okay, so here A intersection S is nothing but A because the common part of sample space and A is A, and probability of A intersection B already it is given as 1 by 4, so you are getting the result half. Next there is a question, if probability of A is 1/3, probability of B is 1 by 4, probability of A union B is half, then find probability of B given that A occurred. Solve this problem yourself using the conditional probability definition. Next is Bayes theorem. Let B1, B2 to Bk are mutually exclusive events. I have drawn it in the sample space S. Look here. All are mutually exclusive, means all are disjoint. They do not have any common point each other. Let A be an event associated with S. Applying the definition of conditional probability, we get the Bayes theorem. What is that? Probability of Bi given that A occurred equals to probability of Bi intersection A divided by probability of A, which is equals to, using the definition of conditional probability, we will have in the numerator probability of Bi into probability of A given that Bi occurred, divided by, here we have used the law of total probability, and I is from 1 to k. So let us try to understand the law of total probability. A can be written as A intersection B1 plus A intersection B2 plus A intersection B3 up to A intersection BK. You see in this figure, here you look, this A can be written as A intersection B1 plus A intersection B2 plus A intersection B3 in this way up to K. Okay, so here if we take probability both the sides and A intersection B1, A intersection B2 up to A intersection BK, all of them are mutually exclusive, then we can write easily probability of A equals to probability of A intersection B1 plus probability of A intersection B2 up to probability of A intersection BK. Now we know that this A intersection B1, A intersection B2, they actually satisfies the commutative property. Then we can write just taking the opposite as the order in opposite, B1 first, A second. In this way we have written. Now we apply the definition of conditional probability. Probability of B1 intersection A is probability of B1 into probability of A given that B1 occurred. In this way we have written all the terms, and if we take the summation, then we will have probability of A as summation over j equals to 1 to k, probability of j into probability of A when Bj occurred. So look now here in the theorem, probability of A has been written in the denominator in this form. That is the law of total probability. Okay, now one question based on Bayes theorem. In a bolt factory, machines A, B and C manufacture respectively 25%, 35% and 40% of the total of their output. 5%, 4% and 2% are defective bolts. A bolt is drawn at random from the product and is found to be defective. What are the probability that it was manufactured by machine C? Let us write down M1, M2 and M3 be the events that a bolt is manufactured by machines A, B and C respectively. So M1 for A, M2 for B, M3 for C. And let us take D, the event that a bolt is defective. Now in the question it has been given that machines A, B and C manufacture respectively 25%, 35% and 40%. So we can write probability from machine M1 events. From machine A, probability of M1, that is the event from machine A, okay, and that is 25%. Machines A manufactures 25%. Probability of M1 means probability of manufacturing from machine A is 25%. So that is 1 by 4. Similarly, probability of manufacturing from machine B is M2, that is 35%, 7 by 20. And similarly for machine C, we will have 2 by 5, 40%. Now look in the question it has been given that 5%, 4% and 2% are defective from the total output. 5%, 4% and 2% are defective. So from machine A, defective events, so probability of defective events when M1 occurred is 5%. Probability of defective bolt when M2 occurred 4%. Probability of defective bolt when M3 occurred 2%. Okay. Now take this, the law of total probability and you find for defective event or defective bolt, probability of defective bolt. Instead of A, here it is D, and you put all of these. B1 is M1, A as D, B1 as M1, and B2 as M2, A as D, B2 as M2. In this way, 3 machines are there, so 3 terms you will have. Now you will have all these values, just put those and do the calculation. You are getting 69 by 2000. Using the Bayes theorem, what is the question? See the question that what are the probability that it was manufactured by machine C? So you have to find that it was manufactured by machine C, means M3, manufacturing from C is M3, when the bolt is defective, so when D has occurred. So applying that Bayes theorem, you see you are getting probability of M3 and probability of D when M3 occurred divided by probability of D. Probability of D value you have got already, and you are getting these two terms. Look here, it is asked for M3, so the last term is in the numerator, okay, and in the denominator, look, all the terms are there, and in the numerator only the last term is there. So if the question is asked for machine 1, then you will have only the first term in the numerator. If it is machine 2, then the middle term will be in the numerator. Okay, so you are getting the answer 16 by 69. Now there is a question. 2 urns contain respectively 5 white, 7 black balls and 4 white, 2 black balls. One of the urn is selected by the toss of a fair coin, and then 2 balls are drawn without replacement from the selected urn. If both balls drawn are white, what is the probability that the first urn is selected? You solve this question yourself. Books you may follow: Advanced Engineering Mathematics by Kreyszig, Higher Engineering Mathematics by Grewal, Introductory Probability and Statistical Applications by Mayer, and Introduction to Probability Theory and its Application by Feller. The next video I will discuss random variables, discrete and continuous random variables, probability mass function and properties of PMF, mean and variance of discrete random variable, PMF, mean and variance of binomial and Poisson distribution. Thanks for watching this lecture. Subscribe YouTube channel Swami Vivekananda Group of Institute for several awareness and subject videos. Subscribe YouTube channel Kavita Sarkar for other engineering mathematical topics and probability lectures. All the best.